YouTube Force Arena Commanders, welcome to a brand new video. Season has just ended, ta-da! And I finished in tier 6, which is the first time that's ever happened. So congratulations to everybody who's got their prizes. Oh, Bodie, thank you. Master Switch, I love how he says that. So English, so English. But moving on to today's topic, we're talking about this game, free to play, and should you put money in the game if you've got it sitting around. Before we get into that though, I want to thank everyone for their support on the videos. It's been great. I didn't really plan to do YouTube videos after Star Wars Battlefront just fell flat on its face because it was just awful. And maybe if EA don't put any DLC in the next game or don't microtransactions everything in the game, I might pick up Battlefront 2, but it's highly unlikely because after all it is EA and all they care about is money. You know, but that's what makes the world go round. Anyway, so the good news is I'm going to be getting myself a new microphone tomorrow. So you're probably hearing a few creaks. This is from my headset that I'm using to record with. Not because it's old, it's just because it's stiff. And it just keeps creaking every now and again. So I have to keep my head still, which is hard sometimes because I can be quite animated when I speak. If you think Gordon Ramsay, that's how I communicate with my hands and jumping and blah, blah, blah. And I do swear too. So, moving on to the subject to today. Now, if you are a free-to-play player, perfectly fine. Not a problem with that at all. In fact, people like the free-to-play players make these games tick. But, there's obviously going to be a but. If you are free-to-play, you have to understand and realise your limitations in the game. You will only reach a certain tier, a certain level in the game before you cop out, basically. You need to upgrade your cars, or the teams you're playing against are just far too strong for you to push forward and break through. The way you have to look at it is with the people who play and pay a lot of money into the game, the whales, wallet warriors, call them what you want, they're the people who sink a lot of money in the game and they essentially pay for the development of the game and for the developers' wages and all those kind of things that make the game happen. That's something you just have to accept. That's just the way it's not right. I'm not saying this video is about if it's right or wrong. That's just how these games are. Clash Royale is exactly the same. You know, a bunch of players will sink a ton of cash into the game. You have players will sink some money into the game. Some players will sink a little bit of money in the game. Some players will invest absolutely nothing in the game. All of which is perfectly fine. All you have to worry about is what you can afford. If you can't afford to put money in the game for whatever the reasons are, perfectly fine. If you put some money in and you've got a little bit of money to spend, again, perfectly fine. If you're loaded like Donald Trump and just want to put in a gold bar in the game, perfectly fine. But you have to understand the limitations that come with that, because these kind of games, that's exactly how they are. And in my videos, in my stream, you'll see where I've reached a peak and when I've just lost a load of games, rebuilt my deck a little bit, and then went back up again. So I'm now tier 6, which is the highest I've ever been, and I've had a lot of losses, I've had a lot of wins, and a lot of draws and all those kind of things. Playing around, experimenting as well, as I do that in the game quite a lot. So if you are a free-to-play player, it's very welcome, but you have to manage how you play the game and understand that it will peak, and then what happens is you'll take that step back, but keep playing. If you do lose, keep losing. That's just the way it's nature of the beast until you drop down a few tiers, maybe, or drop down a rating or two. But it's the credits that you want. Credits will make you level up your cards. Without credits you can't level up. Then you have to be mindful of what cards you want to level up. Only level up your best cards, the cards that you want to use, because probably like me at the start of the game you leveled up everything. You thought, oh my god, level, and before you know it, you're level 10 and you've got a level 4 Wookiee warrior as a rebel. You think, right, I'll drop this, and it won't even make it to the turret because it's been blasted to pieces by a level 10 turret. You're like, okay, this game's unbalanced. That isn't how it is. You have to make sure, as you see on the screen now, that your cards are as close as possible to what your level is. That way you've got a strong deck, a strong hand. High level cards deliver more power and have higher hit points. That is the way the game goes. So that's how you need to look at your defeats, and if you're losing a lot of games. If you're losing a lot of games, join a guild. I'm not saying you're going to win everything. I mean, look at us. You know, we win some games, we lose some games, but we have a laugh doing it, which is important. So 2v2 will be a bit easier if you're in a guild that has good communication and help players move forward and those kind of things. That will improve your gameplay. Looking at YouTubers like Gluten Slayer, Mobile Gamer, me, and all the people who put content out there. Again, looking at the videos, looking at how they play, understanding how you deploy troops. Those kind of things will help you beat high-level players. I mean, like last night, for example, we had a game. I don't think I recorded it. On level 11, and we faced off against a level 16. Now, we put up a valiant fight at the start, but we didn't even scratch the turret, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for a coffee. And that's exactly what we did. Before we blinked, it was game over anyway. So those kind of things are kind of rare, but that's the sort of situation where that's just impossible. You're talking 5 levels above you. 1 or 2 levels, it's doable. And again, in my Let's Play series, there's a ton of videos in there that shows you how to beat high-level players too. So, moving on to people who want to pay a little bit of money. Now, I've put in about $30 roughly into this game so far. Am I going to put more in? Probably, yeah, I will. But it has to be within my limitations. And at points when I think I need to make a payment into the game to improve my level and improve my skill. And also I've got a free-to-play account as well that's completely and utterly free of everything. So it's a case of, again, affording what you can do, and probably the best route for a lot of players would be premium boosters. And with that, obviously, it reduces the cost of your pack unlocks to 1 hour 30 minutes from 3 hours, and the cost involved halves too. So rather than being 18 crystals for 3 hour unlock, it's now just 9. And if you use the free premium booster that Netmarble give you, you can extend it for a few quid or dollars, whatever your currency might well be. And then with that also you get some bonus gems, and again you can use those gems to either bond more credits or unlock cards. But you have to manage how you spend your credits and how you spend your crystals. So you want to be buying credits. Credits unlocks the power of all your cards. That's the kind of stuff that you need to be looking at, need to be doing really to make things work in the game, and that will help level up your troopers. And again, because you've only spent a certain amount of money in the game, yes, you're spending money in the game, but again, you have to understand your limitations. You will reach a certain point in the game where you might not win as much, you'll probably end up losing a lot more games too. And again, you have to accept that, and then drop down the rankings, gather your credits, gather your packs, level your cards back up, and then push back forward again. It's not, we all want to be as hard as we possibly can. We all want to be in the Kyber League, but it's just not going to be possible because those players in there, most of them have either been in the beta and their decks are way over the top now, powerful, or they've sunk a lot of cash into the game, and that's the reason why they got up there. Some have got up there on skill, which is great, but they're few and far between. So with that in mind, you have to think to yourself, is it a game you want to spend money in? And if you're having a lot of fun in the game, and if you can afford it, then go for it. I'm having a lot of fun, and I play this game a lot now. Probably the biggest mobile game I play is this one, more than anything else, apart from Star Wars Commander, which I play as well. Not that I'm a Star Wars fan, of course. Boom, boom. So, I hope you found the video useful, and gives you some ideas of what to expect if you are a free-to-play player, if you're a player who's spent a little bit of money, and of course those who spent an absolute wad of cash in the game. It's not bad, that's just the way it goes, and unfortunately in this day and age it's something we have to accept. Is it right or wrong? That isn't for this video, and everyone has their limits. Everyone has a limit of how much they can afford. People have a limit of how much they can't afford, and everything is acceptable in terms of how the game is, and it caters to everyone. It's just unfortunate the fact that if you're free to play, you can't level up as fast as probably much higher levels. That's just the way it goes. As you'll see in here, us get absolutely demolished by players who are level a bit higher than us, but never mind. GG. So thanks so much for your support again. It's been absolutely great. I've picked up so many subscribers in such a short space of time. I can hardly believe it. When I first posted my first Force Arena video, I had something like, I think it was 9 subscribers or 16, something like that. It wasn't many, and now I'm close to 175, which is just unbelievable, and a ton of views, which is great. And I hope the videos are helping you, and obviously if you've got some ideas for content you'd like to see and all those kind of things, feel free to post below. If you have any questions about the game, about being free to play, what advice you would like, all those kind of things, again, post below. I will be putting up a video next week, probably or end of the week, explaining about how the premium booster works and how the cards work and crystals and all that kind of stuff for those players who are new to the game. And that is it from me. Thanks so much for your support. I'll see you in the next video, ending with a defeat and a bad one as well. Hey, not good. May the force be with you.